It's lights out and we are racing here in Doha, just like he did last night. Martin absolutely smashes the start from pole position. He's going to get the whole shot into turn one. Bagnaia trying to go around the outside, a long way around through the first corner on Brad Binder, who's up in a second place, just as he was in the sprint here last night. Bagnaia now trying to fight through on Binder into turn two for P2, and he's going to make it through the world champ. Oh, close. Surely they touched on the exit there. Bagnaia comes out the better of it, up in a second.
And straight onto the back of Jorge Martin as the world champion goes straight into the lead.
Bagnaia means business on the first lap of 2024. Brilliant. It is lights out and we are racing in MotoGP here in Spain. This time around, Marc Marquez has nailed the start from pole position. Just listen to the roar of the crowd as Jorge Martin moves up on the inside of Marco Bezzecchi into second place. Pecco Bagnaia's got away well too. He's on around the outside of Bezzecchi into fourth from seventh spot. Coming from a long way back.
Wow.
How far back goes Pecco Bagnaia? How did he get that stopped? Around the outside with the slipstream of Marco Bezzecchi and Jorge Martin. Bagnaia means business.
Unbelievable. Already hand over the overtake of the race award to Pecco Bagnaia around the outside of Bezzecchi and Martin.
It's lights out and we are racing here in Le Mans. Jorge Martin makes a superb launch from pole. Pecco Bagnaia has completely botched the start. He is going backwards. The world champion mid-pack going into the first couple of corners. That's aggressive from Aleix Espargaro, toughing it out I think with Marco Bezzecchi, but Bagnaia had an absolute shocker. He's nearly at the back.
And look where Marc Marquez is. He's into the top six, I think. He's up behind the second VR46 Ducati. He's passing that VR46 Ducati to Gian Antonio. Marc Marquez up to fifth place.
Marc Marquez, how has he done this? Maverick Vinales started 10 places ahead of him, 13th. He's already passed third place starter Maverick Vinales. What a charge. We expected some early aggression from Marquez and he has delivered it. It's lights out and we are racing in the Italian Grand Prix in MotoGP. Jorge Martin makes the dream launch from pole position. Marc Marquez going the wrong way on that Gresini Ducati, but here comes Bagnaia, super aggressive on the inside of Martin, and the brakes for the first corner. Bagnaia hogs the inside curve. Martin chops his nose off. Bastianini going the long way around. Oh, here comes
Bagnaia taking the lead of the race. That was Bastianini on the inside. Bagnaia in two corners from fifth into the lead.
Listen to the roar of the crowd. Hard to pick out that Azzurri livery here, wasn't it? But it's Bagnaia then that does hit the front. Position A, just where he wanted to be as he comes through the flares, the smoke haze through the first sector. Bagnaia then leads. It's lights out and we are racing in the sprint here in Misano. It's a great launch away from fourth place on the grid. Look at Jorge Martin. He's already taken the lead. What a start by the world championship leader. Absolutely perfect launch away by Martin. Bagnaia probably cannot believe his eyes. He's looking at the rear tyre of Jorge Martin, who started 3 places behind him. Awesome launch by Martin. It's going to be lights out and we're racing in the sprint here in Mandalika. It's a brilliant launch away from pole position once again by Jorge Martin. Pedro Acosta's got the inside line through on Marco Bezzecchi, who's getting squeezed here between Bagnaia and Acosta. Bagnaia has made a superb start from the second row, already on the rear tyre of Martin, going through the tight first corner. Acosta there in third place. And is that Marc Marquez? Marc Marquez from 12th to 5th.
Well, we know Pecco Bagnaia loves some of those outside overtakes on the first lap, and he's done it again, up from fourth into second place. Marquez right on the tail of Marco Bezzecchi, ahead of Bastianini.
What a start by Marc Marquez. It's lights out and we're racing in the sprint here in Japan. It's a great start, isn't it, from the middle of that front row by world champion Pecco Bagnaia. He's going to get the drop on Pedro Acosta, the pole starter, into that first corner. Bastianini going the long way around the outside of Acosta through turns 1 and 2. He has made that work, so it's a factory Ducati 1-2. Was that Maverick Vinales sitting up, coming out of turn 2 on the factory Aprilia. Acosta back in third.
Yeah, Vinales has plummeted down the order. Marc Marquez is coming to the inside of him. They're both behind Jorge Martin, who has had a great first lap. He's up into the top 5, I think.
What a sensational start that was then by Jorge Martin. It's lights out and we are racing in MotoGP here in Japan. It's a great start from that second place on the grid for Pecco Bagnaia. He's going to get the whole shot ahead of Pedro Acosta as he once again. No, Acosta wipes the nose of the world champion as they grab the front brakes into the first corner.
Martin hasn't made the same progress. He's come to the first sector. In fact, he is now up into 6th place thanks to his teammates off.
Yeah. Martin launching a raid on the inside of Marc Marquez into turn 10. He's got the inside line of Bastianini as well there. Martin in a Marquez beat sandwich now as they power out of turn 10. This has been an awesome first lap for the World Championship leader, 11th to 4th. It's lights out, and we're racing in the final sprint of 2024. It's a great launch away from pole position by Pecco Bagnaia. Aleix Espargaro made a shocking start from second on the grid. Here comes Jorge Martin, he's going to be ultra aggressive on the brakes. On the inside of Bagnaia goes Martin. He almost locked the front, he almost took the front mid-corner, and now Bastianini, who started 8th, leads. Martin had a couple of big scares on the brakes into the first corner. Oh, Bagnaia, crash further back, or bike damage further back. It is all kicking off already here in this sprint. It's Bagnaia though that leads.